Ah, there you are, Your Majesty. I was just looking for you. Oh, oh, I, I'm sorry. I'm, new here, and I didn't expect, uh, I wasn't meaning to, disrupt you during your, begging your pardon. No, 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 I'm not a servant. All right. I, I think there's, all right. I'll just stay out here until you've finished your bath, and then maybe we can have a proper conversation. I understand that you think that it's my job to help you out right now, but I could get one of the other staff. Right. Budget cuts. I'm still gonna stay out here, Your Majesty. I think it's better if I don't, come in there and get, personal with you. Well, I'm not exactly trained in uh, helping sovereigns out in their bath. No, I mean, I guess your head maid greeted me at the door, gave me a little bit of a rundown, but I mean, I'm not exactly. Uh, I think you've got. Hold on. I'm. I'm not daft. I'm not. I know what you're talking about. I just. Alright. It just. Alright. I'll stay right here and we can talk until, you're ready to get out, and then we can have, perhaps a proper conversation about what I'm doing here, and, not exactly feeding into misunderstandings or anything if I'm caught in there with you. I understand that might be how you look at it, but I mean, I'm not exactly a stranger to such situations, and I know how they can be entrapping for sovereigns such as yourself, so I'll be staying out here until we have at least one other person to witness what is going on. There, see, it's not that hard. Yes, Your Majesty. Yes, Your Majesty. I am awed by Your Majesty, Your Majesty. I am not trying to, take advantage of the situation, which I know would probably be a little bit easy if I, came in there with you. So let me stay out here. Yes, Your Majesty. I can I can listen to your worries from out here. There's nobody else. Yes, Your Majesty. All the other staff seems to be, looking elsewhere for uh, your trade partner. Right. I think your trade partner might be a little bit closer than you think he is. Of course, Your Majesty. I'll just stand here and listen. Maybe give a little bit of feedback if you don't mind. Perfect. I'll let you begin. Aha. So you're not sure about this trade deal. Why exactly aren't you sure about this one? Well, yeah, it's gone around a little bit that you've been trying to make a couple of different trade deals due to the failing economy. Yes, Your Majesty, I just am trying to give you some thoughts. What makes this particular trade deal not exactly what you're looking for anymore. They are in dire straits, Your Majesty, but that doesn't mean they're not capable of providing what you're looking for. It's hard to say, but I mean, there could be a lot of things that they ask for in return for what you're offering in the first place. Well, they could offer goods, they could offer, some military aid, especially since, both countries aren't exactly in the safest positions. Um, they could, I guess, offer a hand in marriage and, merge the two kingdoms together. Right. Of course, Your Majesty. I didn't mean that was the first thing to jump to. I was just trying to lay out the options before uh, you really threw aside this opportunity. Of course, Your Majesty. I'm not trying to say that my word is better than yours. I'm just attempting to uh, your um, Your Majesty. Are you getting out now? No, I think it's best I stay over here. Well, I don't know where the towels are, Your Majesty, and I'm, just, uh, yes, Your Majesty, you are quite, a view to behold, and it's kind of hard for me to look away as it is right now. Well, I'm trying not to look too long, but you are quite a vision. Yes, Your Majesty, I'll, turn the other way. Sorry, Your Majesty. Alright, are you decent, Your Majesty, or do you need some more aid? Of course, Your Majesty. I'm not trying to rush you or anything, but your trade partner is definitely in the castle, and I think it might behoove you to be presentable before you meet him. Of course, Your Majesty. I'm not. No, I'm. Alright. I'm probably gonna get in a shite load of trouble for this, but I'm your trade partner. No, I'm not trying to. I'm not pulling your. Look, these are the finest clothes that I've got right now, and I know that they don't look any better than a servant's, but that's because I've sold most of my outfits in order to make sure that my own personal stuff have all been paid. Yes, Your Majesty. I wasn't trying to mock you, Your Majesty. No, I'm not exactly the best at speaking up when I need to assert myself. Or, well, that's what I'm told when it comes to the more personal aspects of things, and you being in the bath isn't exactly the exact right place for trade negotiations, which sort of, made it feel rather not official. Of course, Your Majesty. I'm not. I'm sorry, Your Majesty, for not speaking up sooner. Um, I do hope that this doesn't put a damper on our trade negotiations, but no, Your Majesty, I didn't. Of course, Your Majesty. I'm very happy that that's the trade negotiations that you're choosing to go with. I could, of course, show you the various goods if that's preferable. Uh, of course, Your Majesty. I suppose that is true, and given the fact that none of your servants were here to. Yes. Well, I'm, of course, the luckiest man in all of the kingdoms, having your hand in marriage. I do hope. Yes, Your Majesty. I am forever your servant, at least in private.